Greetings, Naked News Guy here, and today I'm going to talk about my 10th political position, which is minimum wage. Okay, the reality of minimum wage is this. Every 10 years, 15 years, it goes up. Then for a little while, things adjust, and then prices go up. Okay? That's bullshit. And so it turns into a fight. And it always turns into most Republicans turning around and saying how it's going to cost jobs, and most Democrats demanding even more money. Okay, that's not how it should be based. What minimum wage should be based on is what it costs for a single person to pay a apartment every month, plus, be able to buy food every week and things like that. So in other words, if you live in New York City, your minimum wage should be higher than if you live in Arkansas, which it is. However, that said, that the thing is with minimum wage, it should not be at a set amount. It should start at a set amount, whatever that may be, and then it should increase once a year based on the cost in that area. And by area, I'm being very specific here. I'm not even going to say by state, because the reality is you can live in one town and things cost a lot more than they do in the next town. Minimum wage should be set by county and by incorporated communities, based again on how much it costs for a person to rent a one-bedroom apartment and to pay for food for themselves. I'm not saying minimum wage should be your path to riches. But what I am really getting sick and tired of is poor and working class people who think that minimum wage is bad, and worse, voting for people that believe that they should make $4 an hour, when the people they're voting for make millions of dollars a year off the backs of these people making nothing. And I'm also really getting tired of people bashing adults who are stuck working for minimum wage. Look, I'm not saying it should buy you luxuries. It shouldn't buy you a brand new Audi and a big $1 million plus home. But it should at least keep a roof over your head and food in your stomach. If you work 40 hours a week, you should be able to afford to live. And all these arguments, oh, you could get a better job, oh, you could move somewhere else, are bullshit arguments. Not everybody can get a better job. Not everybody wants to live somewhere else, and nobody should have to move somewhere else because they can't afford to live when they're working 40 hours a week. That's insane. And what's even more insane is seeing all these poor people voting for these politicians who are against their own minimum wage, these millionaires. I'll say it again. That's one thing that infuriates me about the Republican Party, is that on social things, they can be good, but then when it comes to the working class, they act like someone's a piece of crap because they have to work for very little. Yet those same people, if they were not working, these people would not be rich. That's my view on minimum wage. Naked News Guy here, like